Ziaco, he's really forcing that portmanteau.
Got a little ring to it. Kinda.
If you didn't hear it.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 197 pounds, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Well, our next pay-per-view event, Revolution, is live on Sunday, March 5th, and Bryan Danielson has challenged MJF to a 60-minute Iron Man match for the AEW World Championship. But MJF says only if Danielson wrestles for the next few weeks and goes undefeated, gains that #1 ranking, Taz.
Hey, listen, Tony Khan has picked some great opponents for Danielson, and tonight, this guy that Tony Khan picked is off the chain phenomenal.
And his opponent from Torreon, Mexico, weighing 188 pounds, Bandido.
I think we've seen that Bandido is truly one of the most powerful men here in all of AEW. His strength has been incredible that he's shown.
Well, it's not just his strength, it's his speed, it's his high-flying offense, and also his submission wrestling technique, that Yave style, that Mexican submission wrestling style.
I just want to say, you guys are talking about Bandido's strength, and you're right, he's an extremely powerful wrestler. Some folks that are maybe new to our programming or maybe not familiar with Bandido, you look at it saying, well, this guy's not a gigantic guy. How can he be that strong? I got news for you. You don't have to be 6'3", 270 to be strong. Okay, I promise you, it doesn't matter how much someone weighs to have power and strength.
Absolutely, and not only that, Bandido, former ROH World Champion.
That's right, Bandido, the 34th Ring of Honor World Champion. Bryan Danielson, the 7th Ring of Honor World Champion. And this crowd in Fresno.
Well, you know, one of the things that's always amazed me about Bandido is the fact that his mouth is covered. And that has to, Taz, that would have to hurt the supply of oxygen to get in your body.
His mouth and nose. I mean, Excalibur wears a mask, so he maybe can speak on it a little bit better, but I would assume, you know, when you're wrestling, when you're covered up like that, it does affect it. But it's also probably a comfort zone, Excalibur, for Bandido wearing that mask.
Yeah, well, certainly is Bandido. I mean, not only does he wrestle in that mask, he trains in that mask as well. It's like athletes in Denver that train at altitude for marathons or, you know, sporting events at sea level.
Absolutely.
He's going to chant his name.
People are just fired up for this action right here. And Bandido seems excited. He's got to keep some poise, though. Don't get too excited. It's a huge opponent in Danielson, but stay within yourself. Don't let the moment be too big, or Bandido, you're going to lose. You got to be careful of that.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup stylistically. Bryan Danielson, a man with tremendous respect for Lucha Libre, for the Yave style, the Mexican submission wrestling style. A man who's mentioned that Blue Panther, his favorite luchador, Blue Panther, very influential on Bandido's career as well.
Back out, I thought he was going to back out into almost like a, oh, look at this.
Danielson captures the arms into a pinning predicament here, Bandido.
It's a high stack. It's tough to kick out of that. It's impressive by Bandido.
But there's been many years in Bryan Danielson's career where he's just been unable to compete against the best luchadors Mexico has to offer. Now here tonight on Dynamite, Danielson able to do so. But, I mean, it's coming at a huge cost. It's in the midst of Danielson's quest to the top here in AEW.
Nice drop toe hold and then hooking the arm right there. Good job by Bandido. Might be going Romero Jones here.
Romero special, the surfboard. Bandido firing in some right hands to the midsection.
So people might understand why he slapped the midsection, slapping Danielson's rib section, so Danielson goes to grab, and then he can grab the wrist to do this, the Romero special.
Bandido showing his tremendous...
Wow, what an escape. Look at this.
Yeah, Danielson.
That was impressive. Wow. That was nice.
We see something different seemingly every week from Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, he's an amazing tactician.
And Danielson, he's looking for the Romero special as well. You saw Bandido trying to bring those arms forward. He's struggling to do so, but in this prone position, he's at Danielson's mercy.
Showing a lot of strength, Bandido trying to power out I don't know if I would do the power deal. I'd try to use some technique, but he's trapped Bandido.
Oh!
Damn. There goes your patellas, your kneecaps. Thanks for coming.
As I said, at Danielson's mercy.
One of the great things, there's so many great things about Danielson, but he wrestles with such confidence. You can see it in his face.
Okay. Double barrel shot right there. Two-shooter.
AEW Dynamite live from Fresno, California. Bandido and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, going one-on-one. I'm Excalibur, joined by Tony Schiavone and Taz, as Bandido just eats the shoulder tackle from Danielson. Goes for the trip. Danielson over the top, sunset flip attempt. Bandido, though, rolled through. He's got the wrists of Danielson captured. Danielson.
He had him pinned. He's got Danielson pinned again. He's trapped his arms and his legs. You gotta use your neck strength and your core strength. Impressive by Danielson.
Look at Danielson bridging up onto his neck.
Look at that core strength.
And now headbutting Bandido. Going over the top, sunset flip. The cover, 2-0. And the trip there by Bandido. And
little Texas cloverleaf. He's trying to get a no. Danielson's like, not so fast, my friend.
Bandido's so close.
Great transitions by Bandido, fourth-generation wrestler, born within the industry and in our sport. So there's not much this young athlete, 11-year veteran, hasn't seen, meaning Bandido.
And I think Bandido right there was looking for the Nudo Longanero, the finishing technique of Blue Panther. The man we spoke about, Danielson, having so much respect for. Bandido maybe trying to engage some head games against Danielson here.
You know, but Bryan Danielson has seen it all, guys. Every bit of head games you can play. I mean, there's head games from the top, right, with MJF going on.
Well, MJF's making Danielson jump through hoops before he...
Bandido, just a stalling hip toss. And now Bandido with the... We saw the power, and now Bandido, he's got Danielson down. There it is, Nudo Longanero.
Trying to pull, yeah, exactly.
Look at this, just pulling on the shoulders, the knees of Danielson, and Danielson escaping to the outside.
Wow, it's a brutal hold. I tell you what, I've never been in a hold like that or done that hold. Oh, this Bandido's gonna fly, baby.
And Bandido with the tope. What a tremendous triple threat. The power, the technique, the speed.
He's gonna do it again. Try it again.
And Bandido over the top. Tope con hero.
Really caught Bryan Danielson really hard there. And you see Bandido, he's loving it.
And Bandido with the upper hand on Bryan Danielson when Danielson's quest to the top ended week 2. We'll find out in picture-in-picture.
Oh, wow.
Danielson, one swift shot to the midsection.
It's almost like he lured him back into the ring. Look at the face. Look at the smile on Danielson's face.
Yeah, he knows. Danielson knows he shut down Bandido with that round kick, Schiavone. It was really well done. Really hit its mark. See. That means yes, Schiavone. Like see. Yeah, see.
Danielson, the uppercut, catching Bandido flush underneath the jaw. And Danielson, he's able to generate so much power, so much torque. That twist of the hips, Taz.
Yeah, it's all in the hip motion. You see again, he steps through with the hip as he brings the forearm. It's not just a forearm, so it's footwork and your hip, which brings that intensity and that force in the blow. It's like a boxer when he punches. You don't just punch from his shoulder and his hands and his arms. He punches from the hip, like a baseball player, swinging a baseball bat, Schiavone. You know about that.
I know all about that, bro.
You're damn right. I'll give you every analogy you can. I'll break down sports, wrestling, whatever you need, guys.
I know you will, man.
Ooh, drop kick. See how Bandido's head went backwards there.
Danielson now, he is definitely sitting pretty. Again, maybe going Romero special.
And you see Bandido's head, neck, and shoulders very heavily taped up. Taz, that Romero special, that affects the entire body.
The whole trapezoid area of your neck, your traps, right? It just pulls it apart. Your rear delts, Schiavone, your shoulder, your front of your delts.
Man.
Everything. Your rotator cuffs, your AC joint, your biceps.
Bandido down into a pinning predicament. That's a very risky move because Danielson runs the risk of his shoulders being pinned to the mat while Bandido's are.
Yeah,
but
there's no doubt. Well, let's see here. Danielson again. This is where he's dangerous, Shivani. When he's in control, he takes his time. He don't rush, calculating.
Yeah, he's a master at being calculated, a master at really setting the pace of a match.
It just comes with, like, years and years of experience and big match experience, not just experience. Not wrestling in front of 100 people in some, Salvation Army gym or whatever you call it, a VFW.
Right.
It's in front of big, massive crowds all over the world as a world champion or contending for a major belt. That's real big experience. That's what Danielson brings.
Bandido with plenty of big match experience in Mexico, but to your point, Taz, this is his real first introduction of crowds these size in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not minimizing what Bandido's done. I'm just speaking on that poise and experience that Danielson has. But you're right about Bandido, there's no doubt.
Bryan Danielson and Bandido going one-on-one here tonight on Dynamite. Danielson 1 week removed from his victory over Konosuke Takeshita in his quest to the top, and it could end here. No! And Bandido elevates Danielson and drives him down face first.
That strength we talked about, getting him up in the air like that.
Got to try to capitalize now. It's tough. There's been a lot of offense put on Bandido. Whichever man gets their feet first could potentially have the advantage. Whatever's about to go down here.
Well, you can see that Danielson's in quite a lot of pain here. He's trying to shake it off.
Like you said, it's just like you're dealing with a guy like Bandido who's credible. You also mental games of dealing with what MJF is doing, making him jump through these hoops. The challenges that AEW and Tony Khan has to put in front of Danielson.
Danielson intent on gaining that #1 ranking. Already 1 win this calendar year, 1 singles win for Danielson. Could be on the verge of his second, but don't count Bandido out yet.
No, you can't do that. I agree.
The reversal. Danielson goes over the top of Bandido, waiting there with a thrust kick.
Great extension of the legs.
Wow. Nicely done. Watch out here. Woof! Nice round kick as he ducked the clothesline by Danielson. That was very impressive. Gonna put him out. Bandido's going to put the head out here of Danielson.
Bandido would be thinking brainbuster. Or maybe delayed vertical suplex. Bandido. Danielson, he's leaning to the side, but Bandido such tremendous core strength.
Almighty, this is unbelievable. Look at this!
The leaning tower is upright, and it is standing tall, center of the ring.
Takes a lot out of you, though. It's very impressive. Just takes a lot out of the tank.
And Bandido covers. The upper body was not neutralized, and that's what allowed Danielson to escape.
And it wasn't neutralized because it took a lot out of him to hold him up there like that. I mean, not only did he have to hold him up, he had to really maneuver him to get him there.
Bandido, there's the agility we were talking about. Almost effortlessly to the top. He gains his footing and throws. No, knees up. The knees were up, and Danielson now transitioning into the lapel lock.
Oh, boy.
It's cinched in, and you see how heavily the neck of Bandido is taped up.
That on, and you hear Danielson saying, tap. Rip this man's shoulder and neck apart here.
He's rearing back, using his legs to rear back. Look,
and Danielson, his hand, the back of his hand is over Bandido's eyes. So I think Bandido just blindly grabbing for that bottom rope.
And you're right, has no idea where the rope is. Doesn't matter now.
No. He's going to have to tap with his foot or his head or verbal tap.
But now
Bandido, he's trying to pivot off his hip to extend the leg. Can he make it? He does!
Wow, so close. How much more could he have taken?
Yeah, but you see Danielson's got a smirk on his face. He knows, even though Bandido got to that bottom rope, man, he's in a lot of pain. He's hurting.
Danielson loves this competition, man. He thrives on it.
He loves this competition, but may be a little put off by the support of Bandido here in Fresno.
Uh-oh. Hands are closed.
Sea kicks.
That's what they are.
Oh, last one intercepted by Bandido. He backs up Danielson. Danielson charges forward. Bandido. Oh, he turns Danielson around.
Maybe backbreaker here. Oh, he's got something else in mind. Oh! Damn! Wow, what a knee strike.
Bandido now sizing up Danielson. Looking for that 21 plex. He goes off the back, the rebound. No, Danielson countered out.
Great counter. Great counter by Bryan Danielson. That was phenomenal, man.
You're right, Taz. You can almost see it coming.
Oh, wait, the drop toe hold. Danielson turns the corner. Magistral. 1, 2. No, Bandido able to break free. Drop toe hold once again.
He's going to lock him up here.
Oh, Bandido, the single leg trip. He goes around Magistral of his own. 1, 2.
Oh, man, that was so close.
Perilously close for Bryan Danielson.
Danielson didn't expect that. That was a tremendous counter by Bandido.
Boy, what competition we've had tonight in every match, guys.
Matches have been phenomenal. They're always phenomenal on Dynamite, Rampage, it don't matter. Dark, Elevation.
But Bandido in search of a hallmark win here in AEW. And Bandido, the combination in the corner. Drawn on the support of the fans is Bandido charging in. Bandera elevates him up, and he went over the top to the floor.
Keep your eyes on Danielson here.
You're right. He's going to take flight.
And Danielson, the boots to the chest of Bandido, and now Danielson.
Look at the patience.
Maybe thinking, there's the knee! The jumping knee. Great patience, great call, Taz.
Yeah, that's what it is. And again, back to the experience factor, you know, just having that poise and patience. You want to strike at the right time for every amount of impact you can, and that's what we watched the American Dragon do there.
Especially against an opponent so explosive.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bandido is.
So durable as Bandido, who rises up, a big right hand catching Danielson on the side of the head.
Yeah, it's tough. Danielson, it seems like he gets some momentum going against Bandido, and Bandido then just shuts it down. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's credit to athleticism there.
Well, it's heart, toughness also, you know.
Bandido hammering Danielson on the top.
Man, I don't know what's going to happen here, but it doesn't look good for Bryan Danielson.
They're in a dangerous spot, both men on the top here. Oh, boy.
Bandido fans have seen this before.
Good God.
He goes over the top of Bandido. He can't cover. He can't cover.
Danielson landed funny on his right arm that time, man.
Bandido in search of that 21 plex. Here he comes. There it is.
That's
1, 2. No!
I see what he does there. He gets off the back ridge with his regular, you know, traditional gut wrench grip and goes through the crotch from behind there. Gets more leverage on it. Was not able to get the win, but very impressive by Bandido.
Danielson's hurt here, man.
I think you're right, Tony. He landed on that arm funky before.
He certainly isn't. Bandido with the double underhooks on Danielson. Danielson
Again.
rolls out. Yeah, elbow strike.
You just think Danielson is down. He just pulls out something else.
Whoa. Yeah, these are heavy blows here.
Oh, Danielson, the roundhouse kick. I think it grazed Bandido, but the thrust kick lands.
He rocked Bryan Danielson there. Now what? Look at Bandido here.
Bandido. Oh! The brainbuster countered, and now Danielson looking for the label lock, perhaps. He's got the shoulder completely isolated.
Bandido might be able to power him up here, guys. Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, that's a tight, almost like watch out. It's a tough stuff on your shoulder if you're Bandido. Oh, God. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Danielson, he pushed off the thighs of Bandido. He came back around. Oh, wait, now. Backslide. Bandido breaks free, swinging a miss. And boom, psycho knee.
Wow, he wiped him out with that one.
Blasted him.
1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
You said it best, Shivani. He wiped him out. That's exactly what happened.
And the face of Danielson says it all, man. Look at that. He was in a struggle.
First it was Konosuke Takeshita. Now it is Bandido. Bryan Danielson. 3 consecutive singles victories this year. Able to survive here tonight and one step closer to Maxwell Jacob Friedman and the AEW World Championship.
That was some match. That was some battle. Absolutely spectacular. Oh.
I just felt that you and these people didn't deserve to see me live. Actually, I begin to feel a little bit underappreciated around here.
You know, Bryan, I'm not deaf and I'm not dumb. I hear, I see, I read everything that you and all these fans have to say about me, claiming that I am not worthy, I'm not deserving of my position here in this company. I'm beginning to think people have forgotten just exactly who the hell I am and just exactly how the hell I became your world champion. And I take that very personally. And to think after all of the moments I've given you people, fickle, that's an understatement. Bryan, here's what you don't seem to understand. You see, since me and you have first crossed paths, you've only been dealing with Masked Max. Masked Max likes to keep things light. Have some fun. But you'll find that the further you go on this journey, the closer you get to March 5th, Revolution in the 1-hour Iron Man match that you think you want, the more my mask is going to begin to slip off. And Bryan, you don't want that, man. Shit. Nobody does. See, you may think you're a dragon, but not even a dragon is any match for the monster behind the mask.
Well, MJF with some very strong words for the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. But Taz, I mean, it was just a few weeks ago that MJF was running from Danielson with his